Well, how y'all doing out there in Hobo Land? This is Casino Hobo, coming to you live from the Horseshoe. I think I broadcast maybe 6 or 8 times, maybe here. I don't know. Might be more than that. But they got me way in the back here. I didn't even know these rooms existed. You got to walk like 5 minutes to get to this room. And that's not exaggerating. From downstairs in the lobby. I want to show you what it looks like. This is like a full mirror they have here. Again, with the mirrors. They got a thing with the mirrors in here. Over there's the entrance with the bathroom. And over here, I don't know if you can see it, it's a cabinet. And inside that cabinet, on top of the cabinet, it's a coffee maker. And inside the cabinet, it's a refrigerator. Then they got these nice flat screen TVs, which I like. And over there's the window with the shade is down. If you look outside, you can see the swimming pool. But which I think they just opened it. I think traditionally they open it up for like Memorial Day weekend, which it fell kind of early this day because my birthday falls on the 28th, and it's normally right around Memorial Day weekend. But I think next Monday puts it into June, so that's why it's like this one, this weekend anyway. I don't know how they work that shit. But anyway, I'd like to thank all the veterans for their service. That's for sure. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this Duggar show. This guy with the Duggars. You know, I watched it. I mentioned it in 2 or 3 of my videos, I think, that I watched the show. And I like the fact that it's nice and wholesome. But you can imagine, you got to figure that, you know, when you got 19 kids, that there's going to be something, you know, something comes out of the closet eventually. You know, the fact that that one of their kids is, you know, there's a possibility could be a, you know, somewhat of a sexual deviant isn't really surprising to me. But, you know, I don't have, if the kid was 14, 15, 16 years old or 17 and experimenting with 14, 15, 16-year-old girls with their consent, I don't have a problem with it at all. I think that's perfectly normal. And the Christians would have a problem with it because they don't believe in sex. Or the religious people. They hate anything that has to do with sex. But in the meantime, they're pretty forgiving with this guy. Of course, you know, when you got this, like, you know, when you're under that Christian halo type thing, you know, they don't mind forgiving, you know. But outside of that, they hate. They're big time hate mongers. But anyway, you know, now I have a problem if the kid was fondling his sisters and stuff like that, big time. There's no excuse for that at all. But you know, now if the girls were 14, 15, 16 years old, I think that's an experimental age for boys and girls anyway. If he was in that age range. Now, if they're 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, then that's a huge difference. I mean, then you know, they got a major problem going on there. But that shit's posted all over the place. It's on the internet now, and on the news stations are putting it out there. Of course, you don't see as much of it on Fox because they don't like to broadcast much of that kind of stuff, you know. But of course, Fox is like you can't get more divisive than that station. I mean, it's like insane. That's one of the things I hate about that station. But that's about all with the Duggars, I guess. You know, I saw a commercial for oh, I wanted to talk a little bit about that. You know, I saw a video of Carrie Underwood. She's another darling of the Christians. You know, in one video she's letting Jesus take the wheel, and in another video she's smashing out the windows of her boyfriend's car with a baseball bat. See, that's the time where I think she should have really let Jesus take the wheel. She should have let Jesus take the wheel in the commercial where she was smashing her boyfriend's windows out with a baseball bat. That's the time she really should have let Jesus take the wheel. Of course, that's a Christian's darling there, Carrie Underwood. Let me tell you something. She's not a bad singer, but nobody's perfect, man. And to me, that's very hypocritical of her to come off as a Christian. And what kind of role model is that for a girl making a video with her smashing the windows, car windows out of her boyfriend's car with a baseball bat? I mean, I don't get that. I mean, I need somebody to explain that to me. I mean, you know, if that ain't hypocrisy, I'd like to know what is. But to me, Kelly Clarkson's more of a role model than that girl, which reminds me that I think she's the best singer that ever come off that show, even though that show produced a lot of good singers. The first 3 years, I was a diehard fan of that. First 2 years, I don't think I missed an episode, 2003 and 2004. But it produced a lot of good singers, that show. And it's a drag. It's going to finally be taken off the air. But, oh, I saw a commercial. This is what I wanted to talk about. I saw a commercial for Walmart. They're promoting this fact that they're going to give away an extra $1 billion to their employees. Now, that's all right, but I got a feeling that most of it's going to go to the executives. See, this is how they're, like, you know, there's such bullshit with this Walmart family. I mean, and I like Walmart. I shop there all the time. I just can't stand the family. That's all. I mean, the $1 billion worth of the payroll to them is like eyedroppers worth of water in a bucket or something like that. That's what I would compare that to. You know? But they got more bullshit with them than anything I ever seen. I mean, here the one woman, you know, I said in my other videos, 10 months ago she was worth $37 billion, and she was the second richest woman. Now she's worth $41 million. This is $4 billion more in the last 10 months to become the #1 richest woman. Both her and the second richest woman, both inherited the money. She doesn't have a drop of Walmart blood. How would you like to marry into that shit? And the husband dies off and leaves you all that bread. I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, these people are sickening. I mean, they truly are. The only people that are like comparable to making me sick as the Walmart family would be the Koch brothers. I can't stand them. I mean, you talk about pieces of shit. They're right up there at the top of the list, man. I'll tell you that right now. But anyway, that's about it. Oh, you know, I wanted to talk about this Sanders that's running now, this guy from, a senator from Vermont. He sounds like an alright guy to me. He's talking about maybe over the next 3 or 4 years or something like that, if he became president, to raise the minimum wage, get the minimum wage raised up to $15 an hour. Now that sounds reasonable. You know, you got these idiots out there that think that, you know, that people that can't, you know, that don't have an education, aren't capable, really aren't capable. And that's the bottom line. And nobody will admit that. Aren't capable of having like a college degree, are not entitled to make a decent living for 40 hours worth of work. And $15 an hour sounds reasonable to me. I was thinking more like $10.50, $11, but 15 would be even better. Of course, that don't benefit the hobo because I don't have a job and I could care less. But I do care for the people that are out there busting their ass working 40 hours a week and are like $7 an hour below the poverty line. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Why you got the Walmart broad making $4 billion over 10 months? And if you don't think that that's sickening, then there's something wrong with you up here, man. I mean, seriously, something wrong with you up there. I can promise you that. But anyway, that's about it. That's all I wanted to say. And I'll see y'all later. See y'all later.